Eh, gonna be a short video. It's just, it's easier to do the video than to type things out sometimes. But there's a lot of talk about what's going on with, Trump and Cruz, and there's a lot of talk about the rules. Now, I'm not going to say that, well, no, Cruz is not breaking any of the rules to win. And the things that are going on there, the rules, and everybody's right. The thing that I'm surprised about is some of the people that are advocating behind these rules. Because here's the problem with the rules, that now all of a sudden the rules are great. Well, the same people that are so happy about the way that the system's being manipulated by the rules are the same people that were upset about the way the system was manipulated using the rules to get Obamacare passed. Anybody, I'm going to say this flat out, anybody who tells you that Obamacare is a sham because it went through with the rules, which I feel Obamacare is a sham. This is not what I'm saying. But anybody who's going to tell you that Obamacare is a sham and then tell you that the Republican election, the way it's going, is not a sham, they can't be trusted. You cannot trust them. Because here's the fact. The rules are how Obamacare got through. Now, should have Obamacare gotten through? No. Why? Because the population did not want Obamacare. The popularity number did not want Obamacare. But the rules got Obamacare through. Now we're looking at this election. The same people who are so upset about Obamacare going through using the rules are now saying that there's not a big deal, that the rules are being manipulated so that Ted Cruz can try to take the election. Now, in the beginning of all this, it's really what's been happening over the last about 2 weeks is why I've been so turned off to Ted Cruz. I was all, definitely I was on team, I'm not going to lie, I was on team Trump. That was just, when I looked at everybody, that was the one that, yeah, I was on team Trump. I still am on team Trump. But the fact of the matter is that I was willing to support Cruz. With everything that's happened over the last couple weeks, with like this collusion between, and then the way they tried to say, well, no, there was no collusion, because basically there are rules that would have been broken if they colluded. So they couldn't say that they were colluding. They had to say, well, we just decided, we're going to do this, we're going to do, because they were using the rules, like Obamacare was passed using the rules. So, and that's what everybody's tired of. That's what this is all coming down to. That's what everybody is. And that's why I don't understand why, some people, I'm not going to call out DL by name. Yes, I'm talking to you. You know exactly who I'm talking to if you're watching this. Yes, you, DL. I'm from the mountains too. I'm not from the Ozarks, I'm from the Catskills, but I'm from the mountains too. Yes, you. You've been all this time, you're one of them. All this time, you calling out, saying how Obamacare has been a sham and everything. The rules got Obamacare through. I don't like Obamacare. We got to get rid of Obamacare, and I'm sure Trump's going to get rid of it. But the fact of the matter is, the rules, and the way the rules were manipulated, is how Obamacare got in there. Well, now, the rules are being manipulated so somebody can try to steal the election. No, I'm not butthurt. I'm mad. This is ridiculous. This is exactly why this is what's fueling all this. I mean, and then we got, you got all these people, Black Lives Matter, this and that. Oh, all of a sudden now life matters. Now all of a sudden they're all pro-life. Yet you go out in front, you go in front of an abortion clinic. Oh, then all of a sudden, oh no, we're not pro-life. We're not pro-life. Lives don't matter. I mean, it's all these kind of things. They're just all piling up. And the government is behind it all. And the government's fueling it all. And people are getting tired of it. And that's what this is all coming down to. The rules are being used to manipulate the system. They were just tired of it. I mean, like, even, this is, no, this, the rules are not working. The rules, you know what it is? The rule, you know what the problem is? The rules have been made by two clubs to make sure nobody can get in there and take power away from them clubs. That is what the rules are meant to do. And they realize that, someone like Ted Cruz, yeah, he's going to take some of their power away, but he's going to take less power away than Donald Trump. And that's what they're afraid of, because Ted Cruz can be bought. Face it. He had to use Goldman Sachs to get a loan to fund his senatorial race. I mean, everybody has a Donald Trump ain't taking no loans. I mean, I'm not trying to belittle Ted Cruz. It's just Ted Cruz could be bought easier than Donald Trump. It's sad to say. I'm sorry to say it, because the fact of the matter is, in all honesty, I think the place we need Ted Cruz is on the Supreme Court. Scalia's dead. We need someone who can replace. Can you name anybody in public eye that people can relate to, that they can see, that the average person can recognize, that they can say, yeah, that's someone that I can see replacing Scalia, other than Ted Cruz? Do you realize the whole, I'd be upset if Trump didn't put Ted Cruz on, nominate Ted Cruz for the, I'll admit that. That's something that'll upset me. I mean, Trump's not perfect, but, Ted Cruz is not. It's just the fact of the way the rules are being used. Just because you can use the rules to manipulate something doesn't make it right. Like I said, look at Obamacare. Is Obamacare right? No. But was it done by the rules? Well, yeah. Wasn't done right, but it was done by the rules. And that's what everybody is tired of. That's what I'm tired of. And that's what I'm watching millions of people tired of. And I mean, no matter what, it's going to be one of two people for president. It's either going to be Donald Trump is going to be president, or Hillary Clinton's going to be president. And the sad thing is, if they find a way to use the rules to manipulate the system and put Ted Cruz in there, we're going to be stuck with Hillary freaking Clinton. Miss, get back on the reservation. Yeah, I found that insulting, Miss Clinton. I hope you're watching this too. That picture that I sent to you, telling me so now I can't leave the reservation? You know what that is? That's a black American Indian. That's a Ramapo Indian. I'm a descendant of Ramapo. A matter of fact, my brother is a card-carrying member of the Ramapo Indians. All I gotta do is submit my birth certificate, and I'm a card-carrying member of the Ramapo Indians. I am part of the Ramapo Nation. So, you know what? Your little get off the reservation, I found that quite insulting. Hey, I'm on a roll today. But, I'm getting off track. I just wanted to make the point about the rules. The rules are being manipulated, and that's what we don't like. It's not that Ted Cruz is a bad person. It's just we don't like the way the rules are being manipulated, because it's too much like Obamacare. And there's too many of you that agree that Obamacare stinks, and you don't like the fact that the rules were manipulated, and the fact that then you're going to say, oh, well, we don't have a right to complain about the rules being manipulated. You've spent, how many years? 6 years? 7 years complaining about the rules being manipulated to get that lousy-ass health care law passed? The rules were manipulated for that, too. Oh, you're all fine complaining about the rules being manipulated when it suits you. But then when it doesn't suit you, now all of a sudden it's not manipulation. It's not that the rules are being manipulating the system. No, now all of a sudden the rules are just the rules. That's what I'm tired of. And that's what everybody else is tired of. Tired of the rules being manipulated. And one more thing. Stop calling Hillary a freaking liberal. She's not a liberal. You know what? I'm a liberal. Do you know what happens to me when I go to England? Do you know what happens? I walk out there and say, yeah, I'm a liberal. I'm a proud liberal. You know what it's like? It's like walking into a Clinton freaking conference and saying, yeah, I'm a conservative. I'm a proud conservative. Hillary Clinton is a progressive. She's not a damn liberal. She ain't got nothing in common with me. I got more in common with conservatives than I do with her. I'm a liberal. Read the Constitution. That's the most liberal document ever freaking written. Pick up a book. Learn what a liberal is. And the same with Sanders. Sanders is not a progressive. Sanders is even further out there. Sanders ain't even a socialist. That dude is a communist. Will you start putting the correct labels on people and stop calling them all freaking liberals? Why do you think you keep losing the elections to all these progressives? You got people coming into this country, they're getting the right to vote, and you're all telling them, oh, that's a liberal, that's a liberal. Oh, well, jeez, they're liberals. They're the small government people. They're the people that want to keep the government out of my life. Anywhere else I go in the world, I tell them I'm a liberal. People know exactly what a liberal is. Yet all you morons that are supposed to be so highly educated, you don't know what a freaking liberal is? Calvin Coolidge was a liberal. Ronald Reagan was a liberal. Yes, Ronald Reagan was a liberal. I know he had very strong conservative values when it came to his beliefs. But he led this country the way a liberal is supposed to lead. John F. Kennedy, despite all his flaws, he led like a liberal. There's liberal presidents throughout time that we can show you are liberals. Hillary Clinton is not a liberal. Barack Obama is not a liberal. If anything, you can say Bill Clinton was a progressive-leaning liberal. I mean, I'll give you that. If you want to put the liberal label on Bill Clinton, because at least he came back to the center. But do you really think Hillary's going to come back to the center? She's a progressive! And Sanders is a freaking communist! Get it right, people! Read a book! Educate yourself! Knowledge is power!